In the African Tales entertainment industry, where music is the language that connects souls and beats every heart, Zuri is a famous female singer. With a voice that seems to come from the sky, she has conquered the hearts of millions of people across the continent. Each of her songs is a story, a love song full of wildness, full of emotions of the ancient land. But the more famous Zuri becomes, the more she has to face jealousy from those who do not want to see her stand at the top. Cece is an ambitious young singer, famous for her eye-catching appearance and impressive voice. However, she always lives in the huge shadow of Zuri, a veteran star that no matter how talented Cece is, she still cannot compare. From the first days of entering the entertainment industry, Cece has always longed for Zuri's position. With jealousy growing day by day, she gradually turns from a secret fan into a secret enemy of Zuri. Although on the surface, Cece always appears polite and cheerful to her colleagues, on the inside, she's determined to surpass Zuri by any means, even if it means using cruel tricks. Instead of focusing on developing her own talent, Cece becomes obsessed with overthrowing Zuri. She feels that she deserves to be number one, and Zuri is the biggest obstacle. Zuri decides to carry out a plan to harm her. Through underground connections in the industry, Cece creates a series of fake rumors on social media. From Zuri being accused of plagiarism, cheating to defaming her personal life, making her the target of public criticism. When malicious rumors about Zuri begin to spread, she feels like she is in a never-ending nightmare. At first, she cannot believe that everything she has worked hard for over the years can be defamed so quickly. Zuri sat in front of her phone screen, reading a series of malicious comments on social media, each venomous word like 100 knives stabbing her soul. Articles accusing her of cheating, even plagiarism, became hot topics on major newspapers. She couldn't understand why people easily believed such baseless things. She felt helpless when she saw her once close colleagues staying silent. No one spoke up to defend her. That silence was even more cruel than the criticism. Zuri withdrew into her luxurious but now empty apartment, darkness covering everything. The laughter of her friends, the support of her fans, all seemed to be extinguished. Every morning, Zuri woke up hoping that everything was just a nightmare, but the reality was crueler. The phone stopped ringing like before. The invitations to perform and advertise suddenly disappeared. Instead, there were only emails canceling contracts and messages from her manager, announcing boycotted events. The pressure made it impossible for her to eat or sleep. Zuri became increasingly haggard, her face pale, her eyes deep and tired. There were nights when she sat by the window, watching the city twinkling with lights below, but felt completely lost. She asked herself, was what she had tried for all these years really worth it? Was she wrong to believe that talent and passion were enough to protect herself in this competitive and cruel world? She was once the brightest star, praised for her beautiful voice and musical achievements, but now Zuri was just a shadow of herself. Sometimes, she even wondered if she should give it all up, leave behind the halo that once made her proud, to run away from the meaningless criticism. But deep inside, Zuri felt a surge of anger. She knew she was innocent, but would she have the strength to stand up to those who had wronged her? Would she be able to regain her honor when the whole world seemed to have turned its back on her? The pain came not only from the slander, but also from the feeling of betrayal. It was the silence of those she once considered friends, the public's rejection, that drove Zuri into a state of utter devastation. Tears fell silently every night, but deep inside a fire was slowly rekindled. Zuri began by gathering her most loyal team, including her longtime manager, her loyal fans, and especially Mofi, an investigative journalist known for exposing buried truths. She sat with Mofi late one evening, the lights in the room dim, but the determination in her eyes shining brightly. They began to plan not only to clear her name, but to turn the tables. Mofi began to dig deeper into the sources and documents that had been circulating online. They discovered that the fake evidence had been created with great sophistication, from edited audio recordings to fake articles on unreliable news sites. But the deeper they dug, the more holes they found, the more mistakes that the people behind the plot had not yet erased. Finally, after weeks of tireless work, they found concrete evidence that Cece was the mastermind behind the entire plot. After learning the truth, Zuri was in no hurry to announce it. She knew that to regain her honor, she needed not only the truth but also a smart, strategic approach. She decided to confront Cece in a way that no one expected, publicly and in the public light. Zuri announced a major music concert, attracting millions of fans, with the participation of celebrities and media from all over. Although her reputation was still in tatters, her influence was never completely extinguished. Before the show, Zuri and Kofi released some initial evidence to arouse public attention, stimulate curiosity, and attract media attention. On the night of the show, Zuri stepped onto the stage in front of thousands of spectators, amidst bright lights and breathless anticipation. She began by performing the Song of Honor, an emotional song, as a confession of the arduous journey she had gone through. The melody of the song resonated, blending with powerful lyrics about injustice, courage, and determination to not give up. The audience could not take their eyes off Zuri, who poured out her heart through each verse. When the song ended, in the complete silence of the crowd, Zuri stepped forward and declared, "I have been silent long enough. Now it is time for the truth to be revealed." Immediately, the large screen behind her turned on, showing the evidence that Kofi and her team had collected. Recordings, images, and information about Cece's plots appeared on the screen one after another. The crowd was shocked to realize that Cece, whom they once admired, was the one behind all the slander. The undeniable truth made the atmosphere tense. Even the major media reporters were unable to react to this surprise. Zuri not only exposed Cece, but also called for forgiveness for those who believed the rumors, emphasizing that she was not fighting for revenge, but to protect her honor and trust. The truth that was revealed not only destroyed Cece's image, but also helped Zuri regain the public's trust and love. After the performance, newspapers reported on this event, and the online community quickly sided with Zuri. Apologies and support came back to her, stronger than ever. Cece, who had once plotted to harm Zuri, was ostracized by the entire music industry. Her career quickly plummeted, and she no longer had the courage to face the public again. Meanwhile, Zuri not only regained her honor, but also affirmed her position in the hearts of the audience as someone who never gave up, no matter how harsh the circumstances. Returning to her peak, Zuri was not only a shining music star, but also a symbol of resilience and courage. She stepped onto the stage with unprecedented confidence and dignity. Every step, every gesture exuded inner strength and pride in the journey she had gone through. Her eyes no longer showed worry or fear, but instead a determined, courageous gaze.